Hi, my name is JC Hilburn, and when I first saw the question of something that you want to learn about yourself over your launch year that you're a little bit scared of, I actually thought about another question that I walk by every single day on my way to my math and humanities classes because it's painted on the walls of my school, and it is, who am I beyond the skin that I'm in? And every day that I walk past this question, I think about it, and I never come away with a concrete answer. And the answer to this question is something that I want to learn about myself over my launch year. For me, for so long, I have worn the skin of a student. I have been in this pursuit and in this mindset of success, of getting an A in that physics class, or making sure that I make the right connections with the right people, or perfecting my Common App essay for college and thinking about, am I going to get in? Is this good enough? Did I do enough over the summer? And even in moments where I'm supposed to be resting and relaxing, I was always thinking about school and the next steps. But by taking a launch year, I can truly separate myself from the skin of a student and step into something new by being in different communities and learning from those communities and stepping away from academic excellence and achievement to just living and being and learning what makes me happy and what makes me me and what makes me tick beyond these academic pursuits. But that's a little scary to do because that means I have to leave who I was behind and go into uncharted waters with no answers to any of these questions and really sit with self-discovery. And that's really scary because I don't know what I'm gonna find, but it's also really exciting because that means that I can potentially meet a whole new version of myself and fall in love with her and everything that she is and everything that she stands for, and really start to uncover who I am and who I can be, and take that with me after I leave from my launch year, and always know that I am someone outside of my academic pursuits, and that I know that I always have that with me, and that I can carry that with me no matter where I go and no matter what I do. And that's something that I'm really excited to learn, but also really scared to as well. And I can't wait to uncover the answer. As for the second question of having a diverse cohort of peers and the conversations that can come from it, I am really excited because I've found, for me personally, being with a diverse group of people helps you feel less alone. I can say that coming to a residential high school, to the North Carolina School of Science and Math, and leaving my family behind and my friends behind, when I got here, I felt like an imposter. I felt like I didn't deserve to be here. I thought that I was going through everything alone. I thought that I was, never the smartest person in the room, that everyone else, was always better than me. But I never really broke that mold and that mindset until I started talking with other people, until I started having intense conversations and listening to what they were going through and realizing that I'm not alone. And this is something that I want to take to the launch year program and this diverse cohort of people, by listening to them talk about why they took a launch year and learning from their perspective, but also learning through their struggles. Because I feel, at least for me personally, I know not everything is going to be perfect on my launch year, that some things are not going to go as planned, that I was going to be really looking forward to something and it fell through, or something is just not gonna be as I planned it, and I'm sometimes probably gonna feel like a failure and that I have no idea what I'm doing. But by being with this diverse cohort of peers and hearing that they're going through the same thing and learning from them and what they're doing and how they're navigating it, I think that I can truly understand that, firstly, that I'm not alone, but also that I have a community who understands me and who supports me, and that I can support them, and that we can learn from one another and take each other's experiences as growth and realize how we're more similar than we thought, and that we're less alone than we ever imagined. And that to me is very grounding because it helped me while I've been at the North Carolina School of Science and Math, and it helped me grow as a person. And I know the same thing is going to be true for being with such an amazing group of fellows in the launch year program. And I'm really excited for those conversations that we're going to have and the way that we're going to grow together. And for my final question to the fellows, I want to know, what experience did you have over your launch year that came from something unexpected, and that came from actually maybe even a plan falling through, that was one of your favorite experiences? I can say for me that when I went on my trip to sail away in the Caribbean, that my favorite memory was actually one that came from the most mayhem. And it was when I got lost on a volcano with my friend Taylor. But as we were getting lost, we bonded so much, and the group bonded together, and that is the thing that we talk about to this day. And that memory came from something unexpected, and it came from something really actually unplanned. And I want to know what that memory is for you that came, that arose out of something that you never thought would happen and you never thought to expect. And also how that moment taught you, what that moment taught you, and how you carried that into the rest of your launch year program, and how you navigated different scenarios, and how you navigated things not always working. I would really love to know the answers to those questions.